I've tried so many times to get it to. But there's a snake here on his path. Now he does have that big cane that he's carrying, so maybe he can flip that off. But the reason I want you to see that is a lot of times that means there's some kind of deceitfulness that's either around you or you're doing something like that. Looking for some kind of truth here too. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, the Ten of Cups in reverse. This can be the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage. It could also even indicate just the end of something that used to make you, just internally very happy and content and loving. But with it in reverse, this is a completion. It's not just over, it's a completion, okay? Could be, well, just keep going. We'll be able to figure out what it is, because I do like to use the clarifying cards to pick out why that energy is here. Oh my gosh. Ooh. That energy here is telling me that there's a major disruption that's coming, or you may actually be going through it now. It looks to me like this has been a long time happening, because something like this with this kind of energy after it is telling me that it's probably been repetitive, where somebody's trying to leave a marriage or some kind of commitment and they're having a hard time doing it. It's hard for them to face the facts. But this could also indicate some of the same energy for that. And it's with the Five of Pentacles, again, it's feeling like you don't belong. And it might be that you don't feel comfortable in a relationship that you're in. Or this could be some kind of, it could possibly be some kind of business or work. But I don't feel like that. I feel like it's more a marriage. A completion. And then with the Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse is always the worst. It's worse than the upright, because what it tells me is that this is energy that's going to be permanent, and it's going to be long-lasting hurt and pain that comes with it. Because whatever this marriage was, it was on an unstable foundation, and not only is it knocking down that, it's also ending it forever. There's no going back. And with the Hermit here, it almost makes me feel like he has been watching and he has been learning from this energy here of this marriage that's not working. I almost feel like this energy is telling us that there's been some kind of deceitfulness here, something about a partner that's not being truthful. And that can be masculine or feminine. Don't get caught up in that with the Hermit, because it's for both. Okay, let's see what we have for the next line. Okay, now that one fell like that. I'm going to take it like that. And this is telling us that this has been something that's been juggled off and on. It's something that's very emotional. It's something that it's been some kind of energy where it just totally needed to be dropped, but somebody had a hard time making that decision. Oh, and then we have the Moon in reverse. Okay, somebody here has voiced what they thought. They expressed their hidden feelings to the other person, and it's almost like that was the breaking point. The breaking point ended the marriage, and there's also going to be that permanent ending of the connection, period. Maybe somebody will clarify, but it seems like somebody probably voiced their opinion and it was just not. It was their truth, but the other person, we'll see. Let's see. That wanted to come out. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is talking about there's not been a lot of luck in this relationship or this place where this couple lives. And it's also saying that you're not on the right path. And the bad thing about it is, if this is somebody that's leaving a marriage for one reason or another, not only is the ending of this relationship and the breakdown of the entire foundation, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is saying that this isn't supposed to be. Because when it's in the upright, it's spinning in your favor. But this, and that means it's supposed to happen. But when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, it's telling me that this energy here is not supposed to have been this way. So whoever initiates this trigger of, release, sharing something about what they feel in a marriage, it might backfire. I hate to say. But I want to clarify it before I commit to that. But the way it shows right now, that's how I'm reading this. Oh my gosh. And then we got the Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse is somebody that's just discontent in life. Not necessarily just love, but just discontent. It could have been a long-term marriage that needed to end a long time ago. I say that because I always see that white beard on this Hermit card. And to me, that shows somebody that's full of wisdom, an older person perhaps, or an older, a long time in a marriage that wasn't even meant to be maybe. But definitely not interested at this point at all. The cups, as far as this, whoever this read is, well, for you, Taurus, this cup is telling us that you're not even interested, even from the divine. If it was a soulmate connection, you're not interested. But this doesn't surprise me. Whenever you have a Tower in reverse, there seems to always be a judgment call. And what it's doing is asking whoever this is that's initiating this trigger for this to happen, there needs to be a judgment call. And the judgment call is asking you, Taurus, and perhaps your person, maybe you need to take a look at your past and your present before you make any changes, because once a change is made, it's life-changing. It will be permanent. And again, like I said, it may not have been what was divinely meant to happen. So it's like basically saying, please check and look inside yourself and tell yourself why it is that this marriage is ending. Is it because of a selfish reason from somebody, or is it because of something that's been deceitful? Maybe there's been some cheating, or maybe it's got something to do with money, because that's your first card out. And this is a lack of luck, which means there's not really any beneficial financial, rewards for you in that sense. Could be that you are literally juggling money to make it from day in to day out. And and I feel like it's all you, Taurus, at this point. It's just like you're not happy. That's why the divine is asking you, please judge this before you end it completely, which to me it feels like it's too late. But it could help with the Wheel of Fortune by doing the judgment, and that's just looking at your karma, looking at the past. What part of you is deciding that this needed to be triggered so that it would end? Is it for a selfish reason, or is it just for your own sanity? Those are the kind of questions you need to look at. Ooh, it's pretty heavy. And let's get one last card, and then I'm going to do a clarifying here. Oh, this is nice to have, the Star card. This is somebody that comes in after a Tower. This is the next card after this in the major arcanas. And this is like somebody that comes in for that there's guidance here for you. It's probably a divine gift more than a person, but there's guidance here for you, and there's a blessing, a new beginning. Healing is going to definitely need to happen here as well. But the guidance, I think, is the most important thing at this point. And then what we have on the bottom of the deck, oh, I'm not surprised, but the World in reverse. The World in reverse is going to be here for you, and so is the Wheel of Fortune. But neither of those are going to spin in the proper manner in order for you to benefit from it until you do your judgment. And this is you judging yourself, and however you judge yourself is going to be appropriate for these to turn. So you're doing it for yourself. For instance, let's say that, let's say like that example I used a while ago, that you were doing it for selfish reasons. Okay, explain why you did it for those selfish reasons. Why did you do that selfishness? Is it because you were so unhappy, you were just trying to make your day happier, day by day? Or is there something deeper? Why are you really triggering this? Is it because you want to be with somebody else, or maybe you want to move on your own and live in another country or another state? You have to, it's basically making you wake up to why this is happening, because it doesn't look like it was supposed to happen, and I'm sorry to say that, but this is telling me this is not what was supposed to happen. All right, let's, I got clarifiers here. I'm going to clarify the 3 here. Yeah, you've been wanting, somebody here's, and I think this is you, Taurus. You've been wanting out of this. You've been trying to search a way to get out of it. But again, it still doesn't tell us that you used your karma or cleared your karma in order to do it. And when I see that little black and white, it reminds me at the car races when they do that flag when it's time to end. This is like telling me that you are ready to be done with this sometime back, possibly. But the 3 of Wands is looking out, making plans for your own life, your own business. It's almost like you want to be separate from this energy of this marriage. You want to be your own person. Justice. Isn't this interesting? Because the Justice is telling us that by you expressing to your person, which is what I'm sure causes this trigger, they're telling us that this is what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to set the trigger in motion. And who knows, maybe this is what your person that you triggered decided to do. So this could be all on them and not on you. So that's going to have to be something that you determine. Because your person is probably part of this here too. Let's see what we get for that. So for these 3, this is the trigger. This is the action that happened after the trigger. The revealing something that's not ever been revealed before. The Knight of Wands. We could have had somebody here that was a player. Because the Knight of Wands is, they do have that lusting energy where they like to, be with different people. And maybe that's what was revealed. I'm going to get another card for that. Oh my gosh, the fire. There's a King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. This is somebody that has a lot of lust, possibly. With the King of Wands in the upright, this is telling me this is usually somebody that's very noble, very well liked in the community. This is somebody that sets goals. And maybe it's just with the Pisces, or with the moon in reverse being something revealed. It could have just been that this was what was revealed. And it could have been from a King of of Wands, which could have been the person that was doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. Oh, look at there. So for the Two of Pentacles, the Moon in reverse, which is no more fear, no more love, and under justice, that makes a lot of sense. So Taurus, on your side, it looks like you're doing the right thing, but your person over here did not. Very dissatisfying. And they're going to be the ones that are going to have to deal with the karma. They're going to have to judge themselves. And they need to look into that. Because if this is a repetitive process that's been going on and on and on, there's a reason for it. And this person needs to find out by going deep within themselves, and even using the Wisdom card, the Hermit card, to determine why do they do that. Is it because they were so dissatisfied with their partner that they had to go outside of the marriage to be fulfilled? This might have been a shock for this person too. This Taurus, you may have set the trigger and it just threw them into, it's like you finally were not afraid to speak up what you thought was happening, and maybe you already knew from God knows how long ago. But now it's like, it's over. I mean, it is completely over. There's no going back. There's no going back. And this person is not on the right path. Alright, I'm not going to repeat it again. I'm sorry. Okay. There's another confirmation, the end. Tens are endings. In reverse, they're closures. This is not quite closed yet, and it's because of the lack of judgment, doing the self-judgment, judging oneself. They need to go through this, no matter how low you are at this point, because this has happened, and it's probably thrown this person into, not knowing what to do next. It's over. It's over. But this person is still not completely done with working through their karma, finding out why they did it. Why? And then the last clarifying card is for the Four of Cups reversed, the Judgment, and the Star. Yeah, Taurus, you're going to need the strength to help get through this. And so is your person. The Strength card and the Star card is for both. So is the Judgment and the revealing the truth. And on the bottom of the clarifying, well, let me clarify the World in reverse. Oh, there we go. There's going to be a new beginning here. Page of Pentacles is a new beginning, new job, a new place to live, anything that's material. And I believe that is for you, Taurus. The wheel is going to eventually turn in your favor. Both the Wheel of Fortune, and you've already got well, this is where you were until this trigger happened. The trigger happened and the wheel stopped, and now you're going to get to be able to complete whatever it was you were wanting to do. And it looks to me like you were thinking about moving. On the bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the the Six of Pentacles. This is telling me there was no equality. There maybe was no reciprocity, meaning one person was giving more than the other person was taking more. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an equal balance between the two. Or it was an equal balance maybe at one time. And maybe this is what you're looking for now, Taurus. Something that's going to be fair. This talks about fairness, and this talks about fairness. I'm going to get one energy card here and see what we come up with. Some good advice for Taurus, please. Oh, there you go. That doesn't surprise me. We have the Rest and Rejuvenation. It's kind of like the Four of Swords. It's time to take a break, rest, heal when you rest, you're healing yourself. And then let's get one more card. Oh, yeah, this one. One card, please, for Taurus. One advice card for Taurus, please. Oh, there it is. Lord, take charge with authority. Basically, it's telling you to make sure that you protect yourself. Not only protection, but that you put your foot down and you take care of you. Let others, find their own way. All right, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I sure hope that this helps, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, namaste. Bye-bye.